imagine, almost 40 million of the Philippine population is an employee that lives from paycheck to paycheck and says that they're cool with 20,000 pesos a month. Nothing's wrong with that, but nobody really wants to be an employee for the rest of their lives. We need something to inspire the next generation by bringing out the best in them and helping them prosper in life. Got it. But what do people really have to say about being entrepreneurs?
I mean, sa akin, one of the greatest barrier is the fear.
In high school, sometimes they want to help their parents out, but then they think about, oh, my friends, what are they going to say about this? And don't her parents have enough money to support her?
It was really hard, more on the schedule. I had to go to school like 6 times a week.
Back in college, one thing is yung capital. You have to make sure na kung ano yung magiging business mo, it's gonna be feasible to any market.
So that's what they think. Now, what do we do about it?
To be a successful, you have to be willing to take any risk to make that vision into reality and eventually a success.
Kasi kailangan talaga matyaga ka. Kahit na minsan nahihirapan sila sa negosyo, sige lang na sige. Magkamali man siya, matututo siya, try and try lang. Yung service ang importante, hindi yung kikita ka lang.
As a Chinese businessman, no, growing up, yung pagpapalaki sa amin, tinutulak kami na magnegosyo. No? The Filipinos tinutulak na maging empleyado. So we want the Filipinos to change that mindset. No?
Right, and that's why a group of entrepreneurs designed the Student Entrepreneur Program to do just that. Student Entre what?
About a year and a half ago, I was just thinking, what can I leave behind? I'm 69 years old. The Student Entrepreneur Program not only is a platform for applying what is learned as theory, it is an on-the-job training where people can earn as they are learning. I have been very successful in these membership programs. Why not to challenge them? This provide the forum for competing against each other. People want to compete, to prove themselves as an individual and as a team. So I met Tom Tan, who is the president of a very, very successful program, who is still a student. So he believes in education so much.
The benefit for Fern is we'll be able to achieve our vision. Our vision is to bring prosperity to every home by tapping the entrepreneur in every Filipino. That's why we want our business, no, to be learned by the youth. What the adults or the seniors or the middle-aged people have already done, we want the youth to participate in it also. Kasi the younger you are when you start in business, the higher the chances that you'll be putting up your own business in the future and bigger businesses at that.
Exactly. And there's no other way of becoming an entrepreneur than by being an entrepreneur. Huh? Anyway, the Student Entrepreneur Program gives young people the cool opportunity to learn the biz with other businessmen and other students. So, can you tell us how this works?
This program is open to all college and secondary students, but there's going to be some kind of a grouping. We will require the students to maintain their good grades. We do not want this in any way distract their studies. Each participating school will be asked to select 3 to 6 student participants who will later on compete amongst all the other students from various schools, universities, and colleges. After which, they form groups of at least 15 downlines. They're going to be under the guidance of already successful, established, and popular entrepreneurs and corporate leaders, training them on how to duplicate, replicate themselves, such that at the end of the program, we will have a lot of leaders. From that participant to the 15 downlines to another 15 and 15 and 15 for each of the people in the team.
This is so going to be a lot of fun. But what do we get if we participate?
Well, if they join the program, there's a lot of things to learn. Determination, patience.
Along the way, you get to know how to handle finances, how to sell, how to collect, how to talk to people, which are the skills that you would need when you embark on a bigger business.
If you want to build a good business, you have to have a good foundation. Yung matututunan natin dito.
The parents will know that this is something good that their children can be joining, and from that they can benefit values at an early age.
It will change the mindset into thinking of going to school so that eventually they can own their own businesses, instead of going to school so that they can get a good job.
But aside from that, as if it were not enough, we're going to give them a lot of exciting prizes.
What kind of prizes?
Number one, we're sending them to an ASEAN cruise. So they have a chance to see Singapore, Bangkok, Hong Kong, Indonesia. Aside from that, we will be giving them certificates of recognition, trophies. We will be giving them awards of excellence. Ang pinakamalaking pwede nilang makuha rito. Doing this program, yung lahat ng kikitain nila dito sa programa na to, sa kanila yon. So for those schools who will give us their trust, we will also be awarding them with an educational showcase. Not only that, even the coaches will go with the students to the ASEAN cruise.
With so much to learn and so much at stake, it's about time people signed up to make a difference.
Right now is a perfect time for us to help empower the youth also. Let's give them a new direction, something that will bring them prosperity. So if we are able to teach our youth the path towards entrepreneurship, then it will be a brighter future for all of us.
Sana nananawagan ako doon sa mga teachers, i-motivate nyo lalo yung mga estudyante na maging good entrepreneurs sila at ma-improve ang kanilang living condition at ganun din yung kanilang pamilya.
70% of the Filipinos are below the age of 20. It's the right time for them to be trained on entrepreneurship. You don't have to be rocket scientists or become PhDs to learn to become entrepreneurs. It's such a simple thing. And so I would like to invite the students, the parents, the schools to see it from this perspective, and we can make a difference in their lives.
Imagine the almost 40 million Filipinos below 20 years old all trained to be entrepreneurs. And the 400,000 young people that graduate from college every year earning more than 20 grand a month. We have a pretty picture right there. So people, let's make the difference. Let's get involved in bringing the best out of our youngsters. Let's sign up for the Student Entrepreneur Program.